Hari Om, Namaste. Can you all hear me? Hari Om?
Yeah, we can hear you well.
Yes, we are able to hear
Yes.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So, welcome to you all. This is Ribhuvani-Vilasa. We have, uh, or four, I don't remember. So, let us consider it as lesson 3. And let us begin with Prarthana. We'll do a short Prarthana and begin. So, Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Yeah, Daria, the video is not important. We are not putting video here. Even today, I'm not putting my video as well. So, because I'm in a different place and I'm not sure about the bandwidth and all. That's why I'm double checking. Please let me know when I'm not audible. Please let me know things, okay? Let us see how it goes. So, let's begin. We have completed certain topics like I'll just revise them for you. Okay, so this is the first thing we learned was I'll just put this table for you. One moment. Yeah, let me make it smaller so that you can see both of them. Yes. This is it. Okay. Yeah. So, but it's not visible. So let me put it for all the convenience of everyone. I'm not using Devanagari, but I'll display Devanagari in a while. We have the verb forms. First thing we covered was verb form. The verb forms have like three purushas, that is 3 persons, and 3 vachanas, that is 3 numbers. I am going to use the Samskrtam terms as much as possible so that you all will be accustomed to the sounds. Purusha, person. Vachana, number. The 3 Purushas are Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, and Uttama Purusha. Prathama means 3rd person, Madhyama means 2nd person, and Uttama means the 1st person. So we have finished the 3 forms. Okay. And we have not done what is he, she, it, what is they both, and what is you both or we both. But the termination which is used for these. Be clear with this idea. When we use the termination, it means that it regards to that person. We don't have anything like that in English, but there is something like that in Russian. Okay. So what do we say for like Viju? Yeah, Viju. Yeah is I. Viju is C. But when you say Tui, we say it's Viju, no, I don't remember. Vishush, yeah, Vishush, yeah, the shove comes. And when it is Vui, it is Te in the end. Okay, yeah, like Vui Payutya and Payutish, like I sing. All this, like you sing. We have different terminations in the Russian, but we don't have it in English. So I cannot give you anything near to it. Please forgive me. Please excuse me for that. But Indian languages do have them. So for the Indian students who are from like Hindi background, I can give an example like वह जाता है, मैं जाती हूँ, तुम जाते हो. So you see the difference between vaha, he, tum, you, and मैं, I. So the terminations are different. So what we are learning is not he, she, it, but we are learning to say the verb. When we want to say about he, she, it, there is something like this in the German. So those who learn German, those who know German can associate with it. They have certain forms. They have certain forms, if not all. Okay, right. So they don't have like the dual forms, for example, but Sanskrit has the dual forms also. What is a dual form? Dual form is like the two people. Like if we have one he, we say ti in the end of the verb. When there are two people in the third person, like two he's, two she's, or two it's are there, like on, Anna, and Ani. Okay, so on, Anna is singular, Ani is plural in Russian. Same like that, we have he, she, it, and they, many. But there is one thing extra in Sanskrit, that is they both. So we have different suffixes or terminations, better termination than suffix. Okay, suffix can be any fix, but termination is always in the end. Okay, so let it be termination called, it is called pratyaya in Samskrtam. So let it be pratyaya. Okay, so like ya, ya viju, ya payu. So ya is I and payu is the verb form which is used for I sing. You cannot say ti payu, we cannot say that. We can say ti payush, isn't it? So this is the difference. We are not using the words for ya and ti like in English, he, you, I. We are not using the words for them, but the verbal terminations. Be clear with that. I will tell it repeatedly. So this part we have learned. So what are those terminations? When we want to say he goes, he reads. When we want to say they both read. When we want to say you both laugh. We have certain verbal roots which we use and we have certain terminations that we put. Until here, we have learned in the last lesson. So please repeat after me in mute. Please repeat after me in mute. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Ivan. Suffixes were there. Yes, I am aware of the old English suffixes. Thank you so much for sharing the link. I was about to give them. It's like you was used for like thou, thou art. Even nowadays we say you are. So are is like you is plural. But for singular, there was thou. So thou art. We don't say thou are. And then we also had the cases. Okay, cases were also there in the Old English. The objective case, especially like thou and thee. Okay, I see you. You are great. I see you. Okay, if I say that, I use both you in English, now in modern English. But in Old English, I would say, thou art great and I see thee, not thou. So there was a different word for the like cases differences, number differences, the verbal differences were there in the old languages. As we went modern, we see many people going for simpler and simpler and simpler things. And you know, our mind has become uncomplicated and not ready for complicated things. So even a little step we have to take. We say, oh my, this is so big. No, 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 no. Sanskrit is very tough, you know. In English, there is only one verb. We can manage all you, they, he, she, it. And you know, Sanskrit has so many terminations. I'm not happy. Just leave it. I don't want to learn. But when it came to computers, when they wanted to teach computers a natural language, then everything fell apart. So much ambiguity came in. One go stands for the verbal root, for all the three persons, singular, plural, except the third person singular, all others represent by go. I go, you go, we go, they go, you, everything go, 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 go. But but he goes. I'm sorry. He goes. I go, we go. You go, they go. But he goes. Only one verbal difference is there. Verbal termination is different only for one person. That also third person singular. So this resulted in lot of ambiguity in the computers when they had to translate. They were making so funny things. Even today, if I want to use Google Translate, I translate a sentence from English to Hindi. Hindi has all these terminations, English doesn't have. And you know, there is such a funny results coming out from Google Translate. You know, whenever you feel depressed, you feel very unhappy, you don't feel very good about life, you have a very big problem around, you want to solve it, but you don't have the guts, you don't have the, you know, that composer, then please go to Google Translate, put some basic sentences, try to translate into other languages that you are aware of. Okay, you'll get such funny things out. You'll keep burst out laughing like anything. I did it many times, so I'm telling you, I'm sharing my experience with you. In fact, it's a very good stress buster. Very good. Such funny things come out, you know, you don't even expect. Sometimes even they become wrong words and wrong things that we should not think of, we should not say. Even that it becomes. So there when I was using Google Translate, especially Sanskrit. Oh, Sanskrit is a great mess. Please don't use Google Translate for that. Don't rely upon it. What I do usually is when I try to translate from one language to other, I retranslate what Google has given and I see if they both match. Like from English to Russian, I translate. Then from Russian, I put the same Google translated text into the left side box. If it gives the same thing in English, then I know that it is same. Otherwise, you know, this ambiguity results into so many things that we strictly, I mean, we are like into a very, what you call a grave world, very grave world of helplessness. Okay, we go into that. So please don't depend upon all that. So just my mention is only to tell you that so many forms are not for complicatedness, but for the simplicity. Okay, give me a moment, just one moment. I get an important phone call. Just give me one moment. Okay. I'm sorry for this. I mean, it's an important call. That's why I have to take it. Well, so this is the situation. When there are many forms, there is it works for clarity. So at the very outset, let me tell you all these forms are going to give you a lot of clarity and lot of good feeling later that you have so much to learn, so much to relate to. There is no ambiguity. There is less and less meaninglessness. There is less and less confusion as you go ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now for today's lesson, let us just revise what we learned. I'll just ask one of you to read these and then we will discuss the meanings, a small revision. Okay. Madhavi Lata Garu, can you please read them?
Yes, ma'am. Dhaturupas practice. Vasanti, Nindamaha, Vrajatha, Dhavasi, Vadavaha, Vadavaha, Patathaha, Arjami, Garvataha, Varshati, Charami.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and one of you can give the meanings of one by one. Maybe Veena Garu, can you please try? 5 words you can tell meanings if you are aware of, otherwise no problem. Like they many, Vasanti is they many live, like that.
Many lived. Nindamaha. I.
We.
Yeah, we.
We Ninda is to censure, to rebuke, and to call names, like that.
Next, Dhavasi. second person it is.
You
He runs. He or
you
she
are
runs.
running. You are running. Yeah,
You are
you
running.
run. You run.
You run.
Whatever.
Yeah. Patataha. Patataha, falling.
Yeah,
They both fall.
you both fall.
You both fall. Sorry.
Right,
Patati,
right.
patataha, patanti.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Arjami. We.
I. Arjami is I. Arj is to earn.
Arjami, to beg, to request.
No. Arjami is to earn. Okay.
Okay. Arjami is to. Okay.
Yeah. Here there are meanings. You can just read them. Okay.
Okay. Vasanti, they reside. Nindatha, you many censure. Censure. Vrajamaha, we go.
We many go. Yeah.
We many go. Dhavasi, you run. Vadavaha, we both speak. Patataha, you both fall. Arjami, I earn. Garvataha, they both are haughty.
Okay, very good. And then a little more. Yeah, two more.
Varshati, it rains. Charami, I move around.
Okay. Yes. So these are the meanings of words. Now let's go to the meaning of the dhatus. One of you can come ahead and read. Maybe who will come and read? Sachidanandji, will you want to read? Just read out.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Was to reside. Was nivase.
Yes.
Nindu to censure. Nind to censure. Nind. Nidhi kutsayam. Vraj to go. Vraj gatau. Dhava to run. Dhava dhavu gati shunyo. Vad to speak. Vad vyaktaya vachi. Pat to fall. Pat gatau. Arja to earn. Arja arjane. Garv to be hearty. Garv darpe. Vrish to rain. Shower to shower. Vrushu sechana himsange shaneshu.
Right.
Chara to move around. Char
Right.
gatau bhakshane cha.
Right. Very good. Very good. So do you see the this formation was in for the new students? Let me tell you what this exactly. So we have this, that we recognize it. Vada, then Vyaktaya. Okay, so please discuss. The first is the basic dhatu, then this is the Panini dhatu, then this is Paninian meaning. Okay, this is what I had explained in the last, like pat, sorry, it's like I'll read. the person has read out, wait for the IST text I give you. And then, or I'll make it. Give me a moment. Okay, there we go. Right? So now you can, I'll just make it shorter. You can make a screenshot of this. So these are the new dhatus that we are learning today. Others before have like so now the new dhatus. What we have to do is them the 3 into 3 table that we have done. I'll show you in a while. I hope you have taken the screenshot. So the table is here. What we have to replace this hasati. Has is the vasati, nindati, like that. And we may call other forms. We will hasathaha, like that. If we make nindathaha, it becomes yubindama. Be many are sincerely. Vasanti, they all reside. Then Brajataha, they both are going. Braja is to go. In this way, we make the dhatu forms. We take each dhatu and we try to put these terminations to them. And these are the meanings that come out. He, they both, they many, you both, you many, etc. And we attach the dhatu meaning with that, which gives out these words for us. I hope until here everything is clear for the beginners. Please unmute and tell if it is all okay. You're able to follow. Though you don't remember, if you understand the concept, this should be useful. Is my voice okay now?
Yes,
I'm really
yes,
sorry for
Acharya,
the
it's
bad
okay.
connection. Yeah. So you understand it? Nice. Okay, fine. So let's go ahead. Now we will enter into a new area of today's lesson. We did our revision. Okay, please read these words. Okay, just make it big. Who will read? Daria, will you want to read?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Bhavati.
Bhavanti.
Bhavanti. Buddha.
O is long, always long. Bodhatha. Sorry. Bodhatha.
Bodhatha.
Correct.
Koshobhasi.
Shobhasi.
Shobhasi.
Correct.
Chetami.
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 Right.
Jayati.
Jayati.
Jayati. Short. Yeah. Nayataha.
Right.
Saravaha.
Sarava. Okay. Saravaha. Right. So what happens is we want to now see the dhatus behind it. Let me give you a small revision again. When we were trying to find the dhatu, we had a formula of x plus y. Okay, for example, when we were doing hasati. Okay, so what we said was hasati. Out of that, has is the dhatu, then ti is the pratyaya or the termination. Then we said it is actually has plus a plus ti, where a is the vikarana pratyaya. Okay, has plus ti is actually, this is vikarana pratyaya. Do you all remember this? We have learned it. What happens is, okay, I hope it is clear now. So we have done this formula where has was x, okay, and y is a termination, the verbal termination. It is x plus a plus t. Okay, this is the formula we have. Has plus a plus t, and a is the vikarana pratyaya, x is the dhatu, y is the termination or pratyaya. Now, according to that, if you will break, like Asati breaks into has plus ti, what will Bhavanti break into? Any beginner student can tell. Bhavanti will break into, those who know will not tell. Those who know the dhatus previously learned.
Bhavati.
Bhavanti, the dhatu, I want the moolam, the root, verbal root. If, see, the formula is hasati is the word. Like that, bhavanti is the word. Out of that, we say has is the dhatu. Like that, and ti is the termination. In the same way, what will it be for this word?
No, this, Usha, this is the most complex one. So bhav, but the question is why?
Bhav,
Why
yes, yes.
for this third form you are not using like ati, ataha, anti termination at all? So why this a is not in the table? So if we always said in this a in the third form, why we are not considering this as a suffix if it's added all the time?
Okay, it is in the middle. It is not in, yeah, it is a suffix. It is also a termination. It is also a pratyaya, but it comes in the middle. You want them to be in the table?
No, to be honest, in different books I saw at least 3 variants of these tables. So one is ending with the not aha, but with s's. They are in a different order. But no, for me, more natural if for the third form we are for this no. Yeah, no. Okay, then I do not get it all. So if we're talking about T, so why we are adding this A?
Okay. This was Vikarana Pratyaya. I explained in the first class. First and second classes I explained.
I missed it.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I was just revising it because I assumed students have gone through the first 2 lessons. That's why I did not re-explain it. I will tell if it is required. I'll tell again. This happens. See, I have taught the students the Anupurvi, something called string. Okay, if you open, break the words. Okay, has will come to has, hasati will take full. Then it will be h plus a, s plus a, and t plus e. Okay, but when we say it's a dhatu, okay, then we say has plus ti. Then what we did, if we break it ha plus a, only s is coming. There is no a, and then we we are adding t plus e. So where this a came from in between, the a which you see on sa, where did it come from? What's the question? Okay, this was a very big question that we had. Now this a comes from like h, a, s, and then t, e, there is a. This a belongs to the what you call as gana or what you call conjugations. There are different conjugations of dhatus. There are different blocks of dhatus where they take in place of this a, something is going to change later. Okay. So for this block, the first block, there is a as the word. Later it may become ya, it may become something else. So we will discuss that later. For now, the first conjugation dhatus we are learning. Is it fine?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we'll explain. We'll come to that again later when we will have the other ganas. When we will learn them. Okay. Sachidanandji, do you have any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay, right. Fine. Then let's go ahead. So this was the x plus a plus y formula where this a happens to be the gana suffix or that represents its own block of the dhatus. There are 10 blocks. The first block, the first group of dhatus, this is the first group dhatu represented by this. There are some changes in dhatus. The forms changes, we'll come to know about those later. For now, this is the thing. Then I taught the Anupurvi to the students where they have to write in this like in English spelling. If we say English spelling, it will be just simply hasati. We say like ha, a, s, a, t, e. Okay, so all these are the spellings. But when we write has plus t, we have a doubt. Okay, where did this a come from? This was the Anupurvi or the spelling. So has plus a plus t will be the formula we have. According to that, if we will break this bhavanti, it will become bhav. Sorry. With termination that it is only unti, but we will not be able to pronounce it. That's why we use this bracket. Okay. Since the unti, nti is not very easy to say, that's why we use this a before it. And I write anti just for pronunciation's sake. This a happens to be the vikarana pratyaya a. And this dhatu happens to be bhav dhatu. Okay, for now, this is what we get. What about bodhatha? If you will like make the termination, the third termination here, and bodh, then we have bodh plus a plus tha. Isn't it? The termination in the end. The y, it is x plus y. Bodh is x, tha is y, and a is the vikarana pratyaya. Isn't it? Then we have shobhasi. So we have shobh plus a plus c. Shobhasi. In this way, we have these other dhatus as well. So can somebody guess what is there behind chetami? Madhaviji, in this way. Don't tell me the dhatu. Tell me what you understand in this pattern. The other dhatus.
Chet plus a plus mi.
Chet plus a plus ami. Okay.
Ami. Okay, sorry.
Then jayati.
Jai plus a plus ti.
Right. Then nayataha.
Nai plus a plus taha.
Correct. Saravaha.
Sar plus a plus sar plus a plus avaha.
Avaha. Okay. Sar plus a plus avaha.
Okay.
Okay. Then we will go to the reality now. Okay. We will try to see the meanings of these first, and then we'll go to something which will come to our surprise. Okay. Which will come to our surprise. Oh, this is not bhava. This is not jaya. This is not chet. Oh my. We'll come to know that in a while. Okay. So let us first see the meanings of these, right? One of you can read. Gauriji, would you like to read what is there on the screen?
Bhavanti. They all become.
Okay, Madhavi Lata Garu, you read. Gauriji seems to be newcomer, so she might not be very much inclined to the class yet. So you can read all the meanings.
Okay. Bhavanti. They many become.
Ah.
Bodhatha. You many understand. Shobhasi. You get agitated. Chetami. I think. Jayati. He, she, it wins. Nayataha. They both lead or carry. Saravaha. We both move.
Thank you so much. I hope all the students are following what is being read here. So please try to understand. Like anti is the termination, that's why they many. Ha is the termination, that's why you many. C is the termination, that's why you single. I mean, I should write single here, I'm sorry. Then Chetami is to become conscious, to think and all. So I just put a simple word. So Ami is I. T is he, she, it. Taha is they both. Vaha is we both. So this is how the terminations are working. We got all the meanings. Okay, we got all the meanings and right. Okay. Okay, Gauriji, no problem. Next time we will read. Right. I'm happy that you are interested to read. Now, guess the dhatus. Now, can you guess the dhatus? So we said it is bhav, it is bodh, it is kshobh, it is chet, it is jai, it is nai, and it is sar. Did you follow until here? Why the dhatus are like this? Why we say these dhatus are this? We know the x plus y formula. So we have put that analysis here. We know anti is the termination, ha is the termination, C is the termination, ami is the termination. We have removed those terminations. We have tried to find the dhatus. But, what happens is the process here is different. This is a new concept now that we are going to learn. This is very important for all Sanskrit work that you are going to do in future. All Sanskrit language that you are going to learn in future. Something like alphabet, like the alphabet for all the reading, like the Sangita has all the 7 swaras, sa, ri, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, for all the ragas. Okay, the combinations of these make all the ragas. It is so basic that you should be able to sing the sarigama correctly, to be able to sing the songs correctly. I mean, to sing the kirtanas correctly, all the musical compositions correctly. In the same way, for all Sanskrit language which is going to come to you, now what I'm going to teach is going to become the basis. Very, very, very big basis. So please follow. Again, I'm saying bhav, bodh, shobh, chet, jay, naya, sar. Okay. But these are not the dhatus. The dhatus are something very different from that. So before we go to the dhatus, let us learn a formula, a new pattern of the changing of the sound in Samskrtam. Okay. The sound undergoes some change in the Samskrtam. Okay. So that process we are going to learn here. There is a, like when you observe the Varnamala, there is something called A, I, U, U, R, L. That is first block. A, I, O, Au, second block. Okay. So leave alone aha. It is not a part of, like, you know, the basic Varnamala. It happens to be the aha happens to be the Visarga and all which are added later. So we will care until here. When the E, U and R are observed, they are the basic vowels. But when we observe A, O, They are combination vowels. They are generated from the E and U. There is a very big relationship between the E and A, and there is a very deep relation between U and O. Okay, so what you see, you will understand that when a letter E or E, long or short, it takes guna, then it becomes A. Okay, when the U or U takes guna, it becomes O. This process of becoming of the E into A is called guna. For the Indian students who have learnt the guna sandhi, please let me make it clear at the outset, it is not guna sandhi. It is the guna feature that is happening. The guna is a standard, guna is the change in the sound which is happening for the E, U and R and also L. But L is very rare, that's why I didn't include here. Okay. So when the E becomes A, that is called guna. When the U becomes O, that is called guna. When the Ru becomes R, that is called guna. There are other concepts which I will teach now, but it will be useful later. They are Vriddhi and Yana. I will teach very briefly so that it will not confuse your present learning. Okay, in the same way, there is a relationship between the guna is clear to you. The A, O, R are the gunas. Okay, A, O, R are the gunas. When I say A, you please understand that if we make the back process, there is a E in that. When I say O, I listen to the sound O. Then when I go to the back process, it is called U. There is a U inside the O. It can be long, it can be short. When I say R, there is a R inside that sound. So there is a R which has become guna. There is a E which has become guna to sound as A. There is a O, there is a U which has become guna, okay, and sounds as O. O is the guna form of U, A is the guna form of E, and A is the guna form of A, R is the guna form of R, and guess L, it will be Al. Okay, for the L, it will be Al. Okay. Now you understand this guna very clearly.
Yes.
Do you all follow? Guna?
Yes, yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. In the same way, there is something called vriddhi. Vriddhi means to become double. Okay. To vriddhi means, you know, when they take loans in India, we have a normal interest and what was that interest? Another one is cumulative something. You know, the interest amount
Compound
becomes
interest.
compound interest. Thank you. I forgot the word. Okay, it accumulates the interest accumulates into the principal amount, and then again interest is calculated based on that. It's called compound interest. So in the same way, there is vriddhi. So we call that the vaddi. The word in Telugu for interest is vaddi. So the vaddi comes from the vriddhi. Okay, so vriddhi is that same process where the letter is doubling itself. The letter is becoming the compounded or something called, it becomes a secondary sound, a later sound from the basic. So A becomes A, then it is vriddhi. E becomes I, then it is vriddhi. U becomes Au, it is vriddhi. R becomes R, that is the vriddhi. So these are the two concepts, guna and vriddhi. And again, this vriddhi is different from vriddhi sandhi. I'm not talking about vriddhi sandhi. The sandhi is the, the combination of letters. We're not talking about that. To become a guna, to become a vriddhi is a grammatical process. Okay. Now, it's a simple process. Very simple. If you understand this table, it will be very interesting for you. Then we have yana. Yanas are like, the E has an inherent quality to be connected with ya. So we have a, e, u, r, l, a, I, o, au. Then we have ka, kha, ga, gha, ga. Leave all that. Go to yara, lava. So again, this yara, lava are related to e, u, r. Okay, so leave alone a. Just leave a. The e is related to ya, u is related to va, and r is related to ra. Now I'll teach you a song. I'll teach you a song, very beautiful song, simple rhyme song. Please listen to this song and learn it. Okay? Sing along with me in mute. In mute you sing, don't unmute. We'll start from E. This is very simple, so we'll leave it our place. We will learn only song until here, the 3-line song. E, A, I, Ya. U, O, Au, Va. R, 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 Ra. Again. E, A, I, Ya. U, O, Au, Va. R, 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 Ra. So please remember this song. It's a 3-line song, simple song, which is going to be helpful for you all your life when you learn Sanskrit. When you are with, I don't mean that you will learn all your life, but whatever you learn new in Sanskrit will always be related with this. When it is phonetics, when it is like something related to speech, you have to be aware of this all your life. So please remember, it's a very big lesson. It's a mantra. In fact, it is not a simple song. It's a mantra song. So it's a sound mantra, which we have to learn. These sounds, when you understand the connection, are going to be very fruitful in your learning. Now, without further explanation, I'll move on to the dhatus that we have learned now. Now, you must be able to see the pattern. We'll come back to these dhatus. Now, I said, okay, you try to guess. If you can't guess, I'll take you back. So now we see the bodhatha. Okay, just leave bhu bhavanti. Come to bodhatha. So you see O here. Don't wonder about all the other sounds. Just go to the vowel sound inside. Bo, O. Okay, this O sound. So now what must be the basic unit of that? Which guna varna does it go to when it goes to basis?
U. U to
U.
O.
Correct. U became O. So what is the dhatu now?
Buddha.
Buddha.
Budh is the dhatu. Correct. It is not bodha dhatu, but it is buddha dhatu. Now, same question about chetami. What dhatu is it?
Chi.
Chit.
Chit. Because, can you explain it? Why chit?
E guna A. E becomes
E became
chi.
the, actually the A you see is the guna form of E. That's why we have said that it is chit dhatu, not chet. Okay. The same way we have saravaha. So what is the dhatu there?
Sru.
Sru.
Could it be Sru?
Sr. Yeah, sr, correct. Sar. So you have to go to the saravaha, remove the avaha, go to sar, remove the sa, an ar, and you will see that there is an ar here, and it will lead into the r. Okay. So when you are in doubt, it may be or something. Don't be. We will have to check that as well. So it just comes to sri. Okay. Basic guna. Budh, shobhasi shubh, chetami chit, saravah sri. Now we will go to remaining bhavanti, then jayati, and nayataha are the 3 remaining. We will see the patterns. What happens is the same guna happens, but in another way. So that there's the dhatu is G actually. The dhatu is G, it becomes J, it becomes Jai, then Jayati. Then the same way, Ni becomes Ne, Nai, Nayati. Bhu becomes Bho, Bhav, Bhavati. Why this how happens is there is one more grammatical process that happens. Don't worry about it. Just remember that when it is bhav, it is bhu dhatu. When it is nai, it is not nai dhatu, but it's ni dhatu. That's why I said ya is related to e. You remember in the table, I have written e are also related to ya, va, and ra. They are very, very basic things. Remember, they are very basic, very fundamental, very important. Until your foundation on this is not clear, until you don't learn this song by heart, until you don't recognize wherever there is a, there is an e, wherever there is a va, there can be you. I mean, if you're going into reverse process, it is going to matter a lot. Okay, so in this way, we observe that some dhatus are not what they look like. Like vad, vadami has vad dhatu, vasati has vas dhatu, nindati has nind dhatu, but bhavati has bhu dhatu, nayami has ni dhatu, jayanti has jaya, no, has ji dhatu. So this is what you have to remember. Okay. And coming to these gunas, they are very easy. There is one extra step going here. When the ending is that in these three dhatus, one extra step happened. Don't worry about that. Just remember in these three cases and all the others, they are all the plain guna which is happening. Okay. So, sr, sar, sarati, buddh, bodh, bodhati, shubh, kshobh, kshobhati, chit, chet, chetati. These are the formations of the dhatus. So this is the first kind of change in the dhatus. When you want to recognize dhatus, you must be aware of this. Hope you all enjoyed this. Hope you all understood this. If you enjoyed, then we go to the next one. Otherwise, I'll stop here. You should totally understand this process. Otherwise, we won't understand the next steps.
It's great explanation, Usha garu.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes, nice. We got it.
Yeah, very
We got it.
detailed.
Thank you. Right. So now we'll go to second kind of dhatus. So these are the meanings of these dhatus. I didn't give you the meanings. You can take a screenshot. Ji, Jaya, to win. So Jayati, he wins. In the same way, Jayami, Jayavaha, all those. Then Ni, Naya, to lead and carry. Nayami, I lead, I carry. Then Bhu, Bhava is to be, to become. Bhavanti, they be, they become. Sru, Sara, Sarathaha, you both move like that. Buddha, Bodh, to know, to understand. So I know, I understand. Shubh, Kshobh. So this Buddha dhatu has come into Telugu and it has become like the word for buddhi is generating from this dhatu. But buddhi is to understand. In Telugu, it has become to teach, you know. It has become buddhi. If I say bodha, then they understand it as teach, not like know and understand. So it is in a different way. We should draw a line. The Telugu people should draw a line here. In Sanskrit, it means something different. We should always remember these things. Then, you know, with this dhatu, there is an interesting sound that we make. When a snake goes, okay, it is called sari sripa. Actually, srip is the dhatu for that. But we say like the snake went with the, it went very fast. So for that expression, we say the snake went away sarasara. The sarasara is a word which is an onomatopic sound. For the snake movement, we use it. Like the water falls is like jala jala. The jala is water. And again, we say the water is falling jala jala. So this is the sound that we try to imitate in the nature. Every language has such. I don't know if English has them, onomatopic words. But in Hindi and Telugu, we have a lot of them. So they sometimes they generate from the Sanskrit dhatus as well. I feel so. So this is sra, sara, like to move. So like sarasara is like moving fast. We use it. Then Buddha, bodh, I told, kshubha, kshobha, to be agitated. Now coming to this dhatu, please remember that in English, to get agitated is not a dhatu. You know, you can agitate others, but you cannot get agitated as a dhatu form. You should you should use something else in order to make it sound as a verbal form. But in Sanskrit, it is not so. Okay. So it some meanings are like you in the other language, it will be only adjective. In Sanskrit, it will be a verb. Also, it happens in Sanskrit also. Sometimes in other language, it will be a verb. But in Sanskrit, you have to use some kind of adjective. These are many like language barriers that we have got from one language to us. Now, coming to the second kind of Rupantaranam, that is change of dhatus. Now, the first kind has happened under a formula. The first kind of, the dhatu takes a changed form under a formula, like the E becomes A, the U becomes O, etc. But here, without any meaning, the changes happen. Let us also look at such dhatus. Sometimes it happens for no reason, because language has been flowing to us since long time. We are not very accustomed to understand them. Sanskrit is no more our spoken language. That's why it's very difficult to understand about them. But you know, if you'll see English, for example, what dhatus have changed? Okay, I don't know the dhatus, but I gonna be, I wanted to do this. Okay, so I wanted to has becomes wanna. In after some time, they might declare it as a very, a very common usage, a very shishta, what you call it, regular usage. Though now it is not regular, but I don't know if it has become already. But then they might declare that it's a regular form. I wanna go. So this kind of changes happen in a language by usage for a long time. So in Sanskrit also such things happen. So we are going to study one of such things. Only some time left. Let me make it quickly finish. Okay, gacchami, pibati, tishthanti, pashyasi. The first thought that comes to us. So gacchami, I go. Pibati, he drinks. Tishthanti, they stand. Pashyasi, you see. You must have recognized that me, ami is the I, ti is he, anti is they many. I'm sorry. And pashyasi is you singular. Okay. So you must have recognized that. Now the what is left is dhatu. Okay. What is left means not opposite of right. What is remaining? So you remember, you separate the si, anti, ti, and what remains is the dhatu. So what is that dhatu? Is it gaccha to go? Is it piba to drink? Is it tishtha to stand? Is it pashya to see? What do you feel? What do you feel? Is it right? Is it right, dhatu?
Yes.
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 Yes, we feel so. Okay, that is a yes, definite yes, they are correct. But, there is a change in the dhatu. This is a changed form. Now we have seen that there is buddha becoming bodha, there is a chit becoming cheta, but here it is not so. It is not depending upon any kind of regular, happening, but it is a different pattern which has no base. So base-less transformations are the second kind of Rupantaranam, or the change in the forms. Okay, so gam is the dhatu behind gach, pib is the dhatu which you see, but the basic dhatu is pa, tishtha is the form that you see, but stha is the dhatu, and drish is the dhatu for which pashya. You see, it has no relation at all. You cannot explain it. Why drish become pashya? Why pa becomes piba? Why is tishtha not tishtha but stha? Why is gacha not gacha but gam? We'll come to know about it later. But for now, take it as the result of the language change that happens. Many beginners come to know about these dhatus, like piba is to drink, pibati, pibataha, pibanti. We learn these conjugations, but we forget that pa is the dhatu. Okay, so always remember the dhatu. It's going to help you a lot. We'll come back to these first forms later. For now, please use this bracketed form for making the ti, taha, anti. The homework today is, please write all the forms of all these dhatus, gam, pa, stha, and drish. And when you make the ti form, use this. inside the bracket. The same way, please use this. I mean, I have put brackets. I didn't explain why this bracket is there. Simply because it is the one which will take the T form, not G. For example, it will not become Jiti, it will not become Niti, it will not become Bhuti, it will not become Sriti, it will not become Budhati, Shubhati, Chitati, but it is Chetati, etc. So for that, please write all the forms. Okay. So write the forms for the bracketed form. Jayati, Nayati, Bhavati, Tarati, Bodhati, Shobhati, Chetati. Like this, please make the 3 into 3 box that I have taught in the last lesson and we did revision here. Okay. So please write the 3 into 3 grid along with meanings if you can, or just say with your mouth, with your voice. Please say outside whenever you are doing homework. Be very careful and find out. So this, please take a picture of this for doing homework. Take a screenshot, please. Then take a screenshot of this. Only dhatus. And of course, today's dhatus, what we learned, the normal ones. Yeah, it is here. For the Devanagari, for the people who know Devanagari, please take a screenshot. Those who know don't know Devanagari, for them IAST, please take the screenshot. Let me tell you one more time that we should always say the dhatu like Ninda Nidhi Kutsayam, Vraja Vraja Gatau, Dhava Dhavu Gati Shuddyoho, or at least these two Patla Gatau, Arja Arjane. But we have to remember this also. Okay. So this is how we learn dhatus. I have already told it. Then we'll go to the tables, the concept tables. You can always take a picture of them. So this is what we have learned. I have put both in IAST and Devanagari separately. And all those who don't know Devanagari, please make some efforts to learn. You will not take much time. Please spend 1 week. By next week, try to at least recognize the swaras and vyanjanas, basic letters. Okay, the vowels and consonants, the basic letters. Please learn them and please try to develop the writing skill of Devanagari. At least by recognizing the letters, you will do great help. My lot of my work will come down. Otherwise, I'll have to keep transliterating things for you all. It is not, it's not that it is not easy. Now it's all machine age. I do with machines, but still take a screenshot of this also. Vasati, vasataha, another dhatu. In this pattern, you have to do for gachati, gachataha, bhavati, bhavataha, nayati, nayataha, jayati, jayataha. For all those, you have to make this grid. Okay. And I have sent one student's homework in the group. You must all have seen that. So please do homework in such way. She has done a wonderful work. That's why I asked her. She sent me personally. I asked her, please send in the group so that others can see. She used Devanagari. So those who don't understand Devanagari, for them I'll transliterate and give you. But it will take some time before I can do that. Before that, so you please use these things and use that pattern that she used. This is for Devanagari students. All put together, the pratyaya, the rupam, the artha. If you will see here, this is the gist of the table. So the termination, the form and the meaning. Okay. I try to use the Sanskrit words pratyaya, termination, rupam, form, artha, meaning. For Pratham Purusha, Madhyam Purusha and Uttam Purusha. Hope you have taken the screenshot. Otherwise, you can replay this video and take them. So this is for IAST students. If I put both together, it will become a very big table. That's why I didn't do it. I keep all the things separately from now on. Hope it's done. Okay. So the points of the lesson are the dhatus covered are these. This is the first kind of dhatu rupantaranam. And there is a second kind. I didn't put those dhatus here. I'll put that also. So with this, we finish the lesson. If you have any doubts, please ask. No doubts? Wonderful. So let's finish the lesson. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. Hari Om. See you all next week. Do the revision. Get the forms clear. From next on, we are going to move to the higher level. So please be clear with this before we move on to the higher level. Any doubts, ask me. I am available on my number. Please WhatsApp me. You send voice messages for your doubts, screenshots of in writing, whatever. Okay.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Shubhamastu.
Ma'am. Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari Om.